hours, you know, for an old micromanager such as myself. It's hard, but I'm adapting, and it's paying dividends right now. So kids really are enjoying it. The staff is loving it. So it's a good thing for us.
Coach, when you talk about the adage of teams taking on the personalities of their coaches, but it seems like the team towards the end of the year didn't have that fire and that passion. What would you attribute that to, and also what would you do this year to kind of correct that?
I'm gonna be honest. Toward the end of last year, I probably was running on fumes myself. With everything on my plate at that particular time, it was difficult. And then add in, I was having some family issues with my mom, with her illness. So, I mean, it was a heavy load. It is what it is, and you just keep moving. The kids, I tell them I have a great group. Every day, Coach, how's your mom? Blah blah blah. What can we do to get better? This team is hungry. I think they hear enough from Frida and Tiffany, all the old ones, about how many rings they got. And we've never had a graduating class that didn't get a ring. So this class would be that class if that were to occur. So I think they understand that dynamic, and it's embedded on their brains because they get reminded of it every time they see the former players. So going forward, Shell, Rush, civil engineering major, graduating on time, president of the SAC, she reminds her teammates every day that this is it for her and that she wants a championship. And so she comes in and she puts in work every day. I mean, the kid's amazing. With as many irons as she has in the fire to come up to practice every day, ready to go. And I think right now she is that energizer for our team. We go how she goes. And she's going hard right now.
You made no bones about it to us. This is potentially your best team ever. Do you tell the kids that, and what does that do to their psyche? I mean, does it motivate them or does it put pressure on them?
I think it motivates them. I think, when I tell them that potentially they're the best team ever, and that's not saying we're going to go 17-1 in conference and win 20 plus games, because the schedules are different and the teams are different and times have changed. But what I'm saying in terms of that team unity and the talent and all the missing pieces being there at every position, this is definitely potentially the best team I've ever had here at Southern. So I'm excited about them. They have a good mindset for what we're doing, and as they continue to grow and stay healthy, I think people can expect to see great things from this team.
On wood.
Talk about how the schedule plays into helping that team build that chemistry. You got a couple of big teams on the schedule early on, but it seems in years past it helps you to round out in the shape conference time.
People shouldn't be surprised if we play some teams extremely close or possibly even sneak in the back door on some people. I think this team potentially has that opportunity. Leadership is going to be one, and that mental toughness, and just being healthy out there on the court and continuing to play together. And chemistry is such a big part of team, and they seem to have it. They play hard together. They're very supportive of each other, and we have a thing up in the locker room saying it's amazing what can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit. And I think that's what this team is about. No one cares who gets credit. They just want to win. And so I think that's a good starting point.
What have you done I don't know how long the mini-dome's been like that with the stage and all that, but what have you done? You kind of mentioned doing some other things because you can't practice in there.
Well, we've been really fortunate. Mount Pilgrim has just been gracious, and so have a couple other facilities. Coach Pugh over in McKinley have really helped us out and allowing us to come in and get our practice times in. Because of the class schedule, we only have 4 days a week classes, so with Fridays off, Fridays are easy for us in terms of scheduling. However, during the week is not. because of the way the classes run. So it's hard when you don't have a dedicated facility during this 2-week period. We had some community service things and a funeral and a concert that came through that kind of pushed us out for 2 weeks. But we're adapting, and the kids are, when we walk in the gym, they're ready to go. But hopefully we'll be back in here on Monday, and it'll be good to be home.
And you started last Monday?
Last Friday.
That's Friday, okay.
Yeah, so we've had, let's see, like 4 or 5 practices.
Okay.
Yeah, so, we're way ahead of schedule. We're about 2 weeks ahead. So, I mean, when I talk to the staff about it, I mean, they're surprised, I'm surprised, but, you got so many veterans coming back who understand expectations, and we brought in some freshmen who listen and are extremely coachable. So I think people are going to be surprised when they see this little team.
Good.